Welcome to Yogaxpress. It's all about moving the body to still the mind. My name is Banu. I'm your host for this program. We have an amazing crew team today, and I literally say amazing right from the bottom of my heart, because you know how you've heard that expression, Murphy's Law? If something can go wrong, it will. Is that how it goes, Chris?
It is.
And Murphy actually lives with me. So thanks to an amazing team. I really appreciate Antonio, Lizette, Akram, and Nuriel. Thank you so much for coming through, and our facilitator, Corey Bryce, as well. Thank you all for being so wonderful about this, and your patience as well. Chris Temple. Chris has been with us in several episodes before, but I'm sure there's always some development. Every time we have Chris on the show, he has done something different, something new. So Chris, what have you been up to lately?
I just got back actually about a month and a half ago from Costa Rica. We were out there doing a yoga retreat in Montepalo in on the northern peninsula, the Osa Peninsula, which was absolutely wonderful, amazing. We had a great both team and yogis out there. And then right after that, I went out to Japan.
I heard about that.
For about half a month, which was amazing. It was my first time out that way. It was such an amazing.
How much Japanese did you pick up?
I got the money down pretty well. If they told me how much it was, and I could, say my basic polite phrases. But that was about it.
Costa Rica sounds amazing too. This must have been really warm. Were you?
Oh yeah, it was great. It was like you can hear the ocean every night. I mean, it's absolutely amazing.
And you did a teacher training program there?
We didn't do a teacher training, although we have in the past. This year it was just a retreat that we did for 10 days. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Wow.
Just get off the grid, enjoy the sunshine, did yoga twice a day, and had some amazing food. The food out there, the cooks that we have are insanely good.
Did you take cooks with you, or the people who cook?
No, we've been going. We as Sonic Yoga have been going out there for over a decade, and have basically been working with the same people who are amazing. Yeah, great.
Sounds so wonderful. I need to come on one of these retreats.
You should definitely try. Yeah,
I really have to. Sounds so beautiful. Practicing yoga on the beach.
Well, we practice it off of the cliff. Yeah, probably about like 100 feet from the edge of the water. So yeah, it's really magical.
It sounds so amazing. No wonder you look radiant. I mean, your face looks like you've got a kind of a new enlightenment about it.
It helps to get away from New York City from time to time, although I love it here. It is good to unplug. It's definitely a necessity of life.
Right. So. Oh, this is wonderful. So good to have you back, Chris. What do you think? What do you plan on taking me through today?
Well, we're going to create a little heat in the core. We're going to do some twisting. Ayurvedically speaking, it is twist season. We've moved, although winter has been a little reluctant to let go.
I know.
It is definitely the time to sort of shake away the winter cold and make space for the spring and the summer to come, so twisting is on the agenda as our sort of focal point.
I am looking forward. I like twists.
Great, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. So we're actually going to start lying on our back, but how we get onto our back is everything. So if you want to place
Should
your...
I put my head to the center?
I think we're okay. You can turn feet to center. Right. Yeah, whichever way is fine for you. All right. So just bent knees and reaching your hands out, and we'll take a slow roll down onto our back. Exhale. Excellent. And when you get onto your back, just straighten your legs out long. Reach your hands up and over your head. Create a nice long stretch through the body. We're creating space in the side body, the hips, the legs, the arms, the shoulders. And then slowly give the knees a hug into the chest and just massage out the lower back, the glutes, the top of the butt, all that good stuff. So necessary. All right, and then from there we're going to extend 2 legs to the sky, kicking your heels, basically making the letter L with the body. Now I just want to say something, Banu, before we start. If anybody needs to bend their knees, they can by all means bend the knees, because this is going to be very challenging. But if you can, you try to lengthen through the legs and see if that works for you. So I'm going to scoot a little bit closer to the mics. All right, from there, you can either bring your hands by your sides with the palms facing down, and you might even rock your hips to the side to bring your forearms a little bit underneath your butt. If that makes your job a little easier, you could do that. Also, if you have a tailbone that sticks into the ground, that can be painful. You can do that as well. What I'm going to do, Banu, and you can leave your hands right where they are, I'm going to interlace my fingers back behind the head. So we'll take a breath in, and with your exhale, just lower your legs about halfway down to the ground.
Back in Costa Rica.
Right, and then inhale, come on back up. And then exhale, lower your legs about halfway down. So that was 2. We're going to do 5 at this level. Inhale up. Exhale, lower halfway down. Remembering you can bend the knees if you need to. Breathe the legs up. Exhale, lower down. There's number 4. And try to just smooth out the breath. Breathing in. And then exhale, halfway down. Now you can stay at that level. We'll breathe the legs up again, or we can lower the legs about 2/3 of the way down to the ground. And then inhale, lengthen through. This is 1 of 5. Here's number 2, lowering halfway down. How you doing over there, Banu? Inhale up.
Thinking about my 12-pack.
Exhale, lower, right? Summer's coming. We all want to look our best. Inhale up. Exhale, lower 2/3 of the way down. And one more time at this level, breathing up. And exhale, lower 2/3 of the way down. Cool, take them up. We have one more level we're going to play with. On your exhale, see if I'm going to lower my heels 2 inches off the ground. You go as low as you can, Banu. And then inhale to come back up.
Whoa.
Exhale, lower 2 inches off the ground. That's number 2. Breathe it back up. Exhale, here's number 3. Just keep breathing, doing your best. Breathing up. Here's number 4. Keep that breath moving. And number 5.
Whoa, it's tough.
Take the legs back up. Give them a hug into the chest. Bend your knees. Rock yourself around a little bit. Take a breath in through the nose. Breathe out the mouth. Cool. The best is not over. We're going to one more time take the legs up to the sky. I'm going to angle myself a little bit here. And then this time reach your arms up and over your head. And then take a breath in with your exhale. Open the legs. And like you're holding a basketball or a beach ball in between your legs, try to lift the upper back and the head up. Great. On an inhale, close the legs, take the arms up and over your head. And on the exhale, reach your hands through and lift that beach ball again. Cool. That's 2. We're going to do 5. Inhale up. Exhale to open. Inhale up. And exhale to open. Inhale up. And exhale to open. Let's do one more time. Inhale up. And exhale, open and reach. Cool, hug the knees in.
Oh, I'm going to be sore.
Massage out your lower back. It's good. You'll remember me at least for a couple days.
I will.
All right, keep hold of the right leg. Squeeze the knee into the chest. Lengthen the left leg out long. If you can, you're going to lift the left leg just so it's a few inches off the ground. If it ever gets to be too much, you can always drop the heel down. Now interlace your fingers back behind the head. And then bring your left elbow across to the right knee. Nice. Inhale, lengthen both your legs. Exhale, switch sides. We'll say that's 2. Inhale to open. And exhale to twist. Inhale to open. And twist. These are just our bicycles. Inhale to open. And this is 5. Inhale to open. Banu's smiling at me. But no, secretly, she doesn't like me very much. Twist it across. Inhale it open. Twist it across. 4 more. Breathing in and twist. Breathing in and twist. Hard for me too. Last two. Breathe in. Twisting over and then breathing in and twisting across. All right, lengthen everything, lower it down. Cool. Walk your feet into your butt, about hips width apart on the heels, and then just lift your hips up high to the sky. So this is a stretch through the belly. If it feels good, you can take your arms up and over your head, or some of us like to interlace our fingers underneath and maybe just walk the elbows closer together to get an extra little stretch in the chest. Take a breath in like you're shining through the front side of your body.
This is almost a vacation compared to the last.
Right. Well, I think maybe the worst is over.
Oh.
All right, let's lower down. And we're just going to come up to a seat, however that works out for you. And we can face forward now. Cool. Just a couple easy side stretches. Tent your right fingers off to your side. Take your left hand up and over your head. Big stretch through the side body. Cool. Now look up to the palm above you. And as you breathe in, you just create a little space in the left side ribs. Take another breath. And then switching sides, taking the other side, just stretching through. Right arm reaches up and over your head. Again, if you can, look up to the palm. If that's too much in the neck, you don't have to look up. We want to sort of look up with the heart, and then the eyeballs follow along. Cool. On your next inhale, let's come up. We'll take an easy twist to get started, reaching your left hand across to the right knee. Tent your right hand back behind you. I'll turn you so you can all see me in TV land. And we're looking over the right shoulder. Take a breath in. And then exhale. I'm using this left hand to create a deeper twist. But be gentle. We're just getting started here. Take a big breath in. And give it another twist. One more time. This feels really good, especially when you let the breath guide you there. And then twist it out. All right, let's release that and switch to the other side. Right hand's going to reach across to the left knee. Left hand back behind you. Take a breath in. With your exhale, it's like you're dialing your heart to the wall behind you. Take another breath. And exhale. Give it a good squeeze. One more time, please. Deep inhale. And exhale, squeeze it out. All right, nice, Banu. Let's come on the hands and knees. Bring your hips right above the knees and your shoulders right above the wrists. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Let's just warm up the shoulders a little bit. Start to orbit your shoulders around the wrists, spreading out your fingers, pressing into the fingerprints, pressing into the knuckles. Keep the breath fluid. Don't really worry about when you're breathing. Just make sure that you are, in fact, breathing. And then let's take that the other direction. Whichever way you started, circle it around the other way. It's a wonderful way to warm up the wrist again, especially when you really start to press into the fingers like you're trying to poke little holes with the fingerprints. All right, let's stop at center, and on an inhale, drop the belly. Stick your fanny high, look up. And then exhale, round into the back, pressing the belly button back to the spine. On your inhale, nice and slow, again, we'll drop the belly, stick your fanny high. And then on the exhale, rounding into the spine. One more time, please. Inhale, draw the chest forward. And exhale to round into the back. All right, let's come to neutral tabletop spine, and we'll step the feet back to our first plank pose, our first gravity unfriendly pose. So start to breathe here. We'll take 3 breaths as the heat starts to creep up into your arms, into your belly. Keep pressing your heels back and keep lengthening the crown of the head. That's the top of your head. Lengthen it forward. Take one more breath here. Exhale it out, and then take another inhale, and with your exhale, just press your hips back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in downward facing dog, and then exhale, walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the mat. We're going to hang heavy over the legs with bent knees. Let the head drop. Just create a little traction. If you let the spine go, the head hangs to the ground, which creates space between all 23 joints of your spine, 24 vertebrae. Cool. So on an inhale, just see if you can come onto your fingertips and lengthen your head and heart forward as you stick your high knee back. So a sort of half flat back. My knees are still pretty bent. And then exhale to melt yourself forward. And then one more time, bending the knees. Draw the chest forward. Stick your butt back. And then exhale to melt down. You can put a little length in the backs of the legs. All right, so we are going to do that one more time, but we're going to change it now. So inhale, bending the knees, lengthen your spine. Let's move the right hand underneath the face. You can leave fingerprints on the ground. Peel your left hand up to the sky for the twist. So both knees can stay bent, but if you're feeling like you've got more space to give, you might straighten through that left leg as you try to look up towards the top hand, but don't let it come from the neck. That just hurts the neck. We want to roll the chest, so you really got to pull the belly in and let the twist happen from the core. We created all that beautiful heat with our core work, so now we can really let this go here. Take a big inhale and give it a good squeeze into the twist. And then slowly lower that top hand down. We will switch sides as the right hand peels up to the sky. Lengthen through the spine. I'll start with both knees bent, and then as I'm feeling a little bit more space, I'll press into the right leg, starting to lengthen it, and then I'm going to try to look up towards the top hand. But if it hurts the neck, don't bother. If you can roll the chest up and the eyes can follow along, but you don't want to twist from the neck. That creates pain, it creates tension that we don't want. One more time here, please, Banu. Take a big inhale and squeeze out that exhale. Let's lower the hands down. Walk your hands forward into plank pose. Take a breath in your plank pose, and then we'll press back to downward facing dog. We've been here before. Let's inhale, come forward to plank pose, shoulders over the wrist. Again, bringing heat into the core. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Let's keep this moving, a good thing. Breathing forward, plank pose. Exhale, press the hips back, downward facing dog. And inhale, breathe forward to plank. And then exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Let's take that one more time for the set of 5. Breathing forward. And exhale, pressing back. Okay, let's come forward to plank pose again. This time we're going to lower onto the knees. And again, a couple easy stretches. Right hand underneath the face. Take your left hand up to the sky. This looks familiar. And then we're going to thread that arm underneath the belly. Bring your left ear, left shoulder onto the ground. You can either walk your right hand out in front of you. That's a nice option. Really try to relax the cheek, the face onto the ground, the shoulder. There's a little compression that happens when you let go. And then from the fingertips to the tailbone, just breathe yourself nice and long. And then when you exhale, your left hand, the back of your left hand is on the ground. You could push that into the ground, and you might peek up underneath your right armpit for a slightly deeper twist. Beautiful, nice job, Anu. One more time, breathing in, and let the twist happen on the exhale. All right, how we come out of poses is everything. So move the right hand underneath the shoulder. Then breathe the left hand all the way back up through to the sky, extending through the fingertips. Lower that hand down, put it right underneath your face, and we'll switch to the other side. Right hand up, peeling up through the fingertips, and then exhale, thread the arm underneath your body across, right ear, right shoulder to the ground. From there, walk that left hand out in front if it's good for you. If not, you can leave it underneath the shoulders. And then extend through the fingertips. Let that feel good, right? It's a nice side stretch. It's a little bit of a twist. Breathing that length into the spine. And then as I exhale, I'm pressing into the back of my right hand to maybe peek up underneath my left armpit. Definitely trying to deepen into the twist. Doing what you can here. Big inhale. And a long exhale. Slowly take that left hand back up underneath your shoulder. Take an inhale to bring the right hand all the way back up to the sky. And then as you exhale, lower the hand down. Let's take an inhale just to cow pose. Stick the fanny high, draw the chest forward. And then exhale right to downward facing dog. Lifting the hips high and back. All right, so let's start moving the legs a little bit more on your inhale. We'll take the right leg high to the sky. On the exhale, let's step that foot forward in between the hands. So it may not get there on one shot. That was a nice job. But what we do want to make sure is that fingertips and toes align at the front of the mat. Let's lower the back knee down and untuck the toes. And then first we'll walk the hands up onto the thigh, making sure that we're grounding into both legs. And then from there, maybe taking the arms up to the sky. If that's okay for the back, we're going to see if we could take this into a little heart opener and a back bend. So I'm pressing into both feet, the front and the top of the back foot. And then as I look up, I might start to lean back a little bit into the twist. Deep inhale. Going a little bit deeper into that heart opener. One more time. Big breath in. And then exhale. Slowly take your hands down to the ground, please. Straighten through your front leg. We haven't done too much stretching, but we're going to straighten out this right leg. And here's the thing, if the hamstring is tight, keep a bend in the knee. More importantly, the toes are pointing straight up to the sky, and you're flexing the toes back towards your heart. Take a breath in like your heart has a flashlight or a spotlight shining out to the mat in front of you. And then with your exhale, bow your head in. See if you can find a little release on that front hamstring and in the back. On your inhale, lift up, lengthen. On the exhale, melt back down into the forward fold. Slowly, let's take one more time. You could stay down or lift up and release back down. And then we're going to come back into the front leg, just into the lunge, just like we were. And then one more time, take your hands up to the sky. Take your hands to your heart. Breathe in, and we're going to twist over towards the front leg. So what we're going to try to do is bring that left elbow to the outside of the thigh. What I like to do is use my right hand to bring myself across the leg. I'll get a really good wedging of my tricep to the outer thigh, and then I press palm to palm. Now the palms start, I'll show you guys in TV land, the palms start over by my right shoulder, but every time I exhale, I start to dial my heart towards the thumbs to see if I can get a little twist. I'm not trying to knock my hips out of alignment, so I want to make sure that I'm twisting from the belly. Deep breath in. Let's stay here and see if we can use the pressure of the palms to squeeze out the spine. One more time. Big breath in. And then exhale to twist it out. Great. Look down, Banu. Frame your front foot with both of your hands. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. We'll step back to plank pose. Take a breath in plank. With your exhale, lower the knees down onto the ground. Lower the chest right in between the thumbs. Stick your booty high. Slide forward onto your pelvis. Keep the back of the neck long. You don't have to go super high. And then exhale. We'll press back to downward facing dog. All right, just take a moment here. Breathe in through the nose, please. Breathe out through the mouth. Nice job. On the inhale, let's take it on the left leg, lifting high. Exhale, step that foot forward in between the hands, whatever you got to do to get it. So some people will land back midway. You just use the hand to help it forward. So we're going to lower the back knee down and untuck the toes. We'll start with hands up on that thigh. Take a breath in, ground into both feet, front foot and the back foot. And then we'll take the arms up to the sky, extending through the fingertips. Breathe in. With your exhale, we're going to lean back a little bit. We like to take things in threes. Inhale. Maybe the heart opens a little bit more. Maybe you lean back just a little bit further. One more time. All right, take your hands back down to the ground. Slowly straightening through this front leg. Flex the toes towards the heart. If you need to keep a bend in that left knee, go ahead and do so. Breathe like you've got that spotlight shining to the front of the mat. And then exhale, melt the head in. Take it again, breathe in, create a little space, and then exhale to melt back down. One more time. You could either stay or take the full pulse. And then let's come back up onto that front leg. We're returning to where we were with the arms up to the sky in our low lunge. And then take your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. We'll twist it towards the left leg. Again, I'm going to use my left palm to help wedge the right elbow across. And then my hands are at my heart center, or I'm working them there anyway. So if they start out of the shoulder, that's okay. By pressing palm to palm, I start to wring out the belly. Again, this is helping our digestion, helping metabolism. It's helping detox the body. Long exhales is the key to twisting deeper, which really starts to feel good in the lower back. One more time, please. And twist it out. All right, look down. Frame the front foot with both of your hands. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Let's step back to plank pose, please. Take a breath in plank, exhale, lower the knees down. Lower the chest right in between the thumbs. Slide forward into cobra pose, keeping the neck long. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, breathe out the mouth. And then let's just come on to hands and knees. Cool. Cross your ankles, have a seat back. Are you feeling a little warmer than when we started?
That was an amazing workout. I was a little terrified, in fact, when you got started, and I thought it's only going to get worse.
Can we do one more twist? We
Sure.
have time?
Yeah,
All
we
right.
have time.
So we're going to start with the left leg extended, and then I'm going to step the right foot to the outside of my thigh. Now, some people, bending this knee is going to feel better. So you have the choice, extended leg or bent knee, whatever works better for you. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so then wrapping this left elbow around the right knee, or we can twist it a little deeper, taking the elbow to the outside. You choose your variation. That looks good, Banu. Great. So now just sit up nice and tall. Try to make sure both butt cheeks are on the ground. And with your exhale, just start to look over the back shoulder. Breathing in tall. And exhale to give it a good solid squeeze. One more time in our 3. And then bring that out. All right, release the twist. We'll counter twist to the other side just by bowing down. And then when we come back up, let's switch the legs. Right on the bottom, left on top. Crossing that elbow in front of the shin, keeping both butt cheeks on the ground. Take a breath in. I'm bringing this left hand back behind me. Get tall up over the sit bones, and then exhale, squeeze. 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale, ring it out. Last time. Exhale it out. All right, releasing that twist. Walk your hands over to the right. Bow yourself down. Feels really good. Come back through center. Take both legs out in front of you. Turn the palms to face up. Bent knees. Bend your knees. You could scoot forward. I don't want you falling in the lava back behind you or getting eaten by the turtle. Take a breath in with your exhale. We're going to roll down onto our back.
Well, we are wrapping up. I'd like to acknowledge our amazing, amazing crew. Thank you so much, guys. Antonio, Lizette, Nuriel, Akram, and Corey, thank you so much for helping us get this program on air. And thanks also to Chris Temple. Chris, that was an amazing workout.
Thank you
Get
so
in
much,
touch with
Manu.
Chris. You'll have the credits coming up.
Yes,
and
please.
You'll also have his email. You're all over the place. Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, it's all Chris Temple Yoga. ChrisTempleYoga@gmail.com. That's Instagram, Facebook, and my website. Super simple.
Easy.
Can't get easier than that.
Yeah, and I don't think I should go to sleep in
Yeah,
that
I don't want to
position.
knock you out.
No, but it feels great. I just got the cue from our crew to wrap it up, so I
All
think
right.
we are winding down. But if we can get Chris's credits one more time, since the screen is still on, could we do that, Lizette? But anyway, you know how to reach him. Your name is actually pretty easy to spell too.
Yeah.
Chris.
Chris.
C-H-R-I-S. But I was actually a little terrified when you got